Bob Behr's roots run deep in Florida soil, having served in the citrus industry for over 4 decades. He was born in Orlando, Florida in 1954 to Norma and Sheila Behr. One of 3 children, Bob's parents installed hard work, integrity, curiosity, and philanthropy, as well as an entrepreneurial spirit in both Bob and his 2 siblings, Glenn and Julie. Bob credits much of his success in life on the shoulders of his father's hard work and entrepreneurship as a shoe business owner. Bob attended the University of Florida before transferring to the University of Arizona, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in business. He returned to UF, where he studied under Dr. Ron Ward, receiving his doctorate degree in agricultural economics in 1981. While there, Bob met the love of his life, Sarah, who was Ward's assistant at the time. They wed in 1979 and are the proud parents of 3 sons, Stephen, David, and Kevin, and have 2 grandchildren. Bob was working in the northeastern part of the United States in the commodities industry when a job as the chief economist for the Florida Department of Citrus became available in 1987. They jumped at the chance to move back to Florida.
As a young economist and market research director at the Department of Citrus, maybe through inexperience or just his personality, he was hyper aware that anything he could say in an outlook report or making a presentation could move the market up or down. It could cause someone to buy or sell. He took that responsibility very, very seriously.
His acumen in economics was very strong, but it was his ability to translate that knowledge into useful information that made an impact on the industry. Such an impact that in 1994, he was offered the job as the Director of Strategic Planning with Florida's Natural Growers.
Bob was so helpful. I'd be up there needing that immediately to get right back to me, and we got the job done, and we, for a long time, had moved a lot of product and kept the growers' prices stable. And Bob was a very much big part of that team.
Under Bob's strong leadership, FNG launched the second phase of its Planting Incentive Program, PIP, which helped FNG growers sustain their operations in the face of citrus greening and earned Bob the most coveted Citrus Achievement Award from the Florida Growers Magazine in 2019. He also kept FNG orange juice and grapefruit juice strong and vibrant in the face of 2 very powerful and well-heeled competitors going on to develop and expand Florida's natural lemonade products. In 2022, he was forced to address the severe Florida supply decreases by changing their blend.
The decision to change Florida's natural orange juice to diversify our supply proved to be a prescient decision, because just a few months after we made and implemented the blend change, the hurricane came, and as we know, it really had a big negative impact on the crop that season. And so, were we not to have made the switch back in the spring of that year, we would not have been able to keep our product on store shelves. So just another example of Bob's business acumen and foresight and how it benefited our cooperative under his leadership.
I think what he's done for Florida's Natural, or did for Florida's Natural, is positioning us to go forward into the future before he retired. Had he left us dependent 100% on Florida citrus, we would have had to have withdrawn from some markets. We'd have had to have reduced our sales. We would not be the company that we are today.
Bob has a sterling reputation throughout the Florida citrus industry and has held many industry-related positions, including Florida Citrus Commissioner, past President and Director of the Juice Products Association, and Board of Citrus Associates.
He had the background and the intellect to be able to connect all the dots in agriculture generally and the citrus industry in particular. With this broad knowledge base, Bob became a trusted source of advice in some of my roles with trade associations. Even after Bob had rotated off the board or was out of the association completely, I'd get a call and someone would say, "What does Bob Behr think?" In that case, it was incumbent upon me to call Bob, and he was always generous with his advice. He would take time, and he meticulously explained all aspects of the issue.
He is a current director of Farm Credit of Central Florida and served as vice chair for the Graduate Institute on Cooperative Leadership. He also serves on the board of CoBank, which is one of the largest lending institutions in the U.S. for agricultural and cooperative interests. He was the go-to guy, assisting Florida Citrus Mutual with many issues facing the industry, leading the fight against Brazil in an anti-dumping case against imported orange juice.
He was the go-to guy for Citrus Mutual. He was instrumental in the fight against the dumping.
The Florida's Natural Foundation was created as the vehicle to give back to these communities where their members live and work.
Late 90s, maybe early 2000s, the foundation was organized, and it's grown over the years and contributed significantly, and Bob was a big supporter and instrumental in that activity.
A true industry leader, Bob is known as a person with a strong work ethic and is highly respected by everyone in the industry.
But I'll say this, Bob is extremely unique because, one, he is a brilliant academic. He has a doctorate in agricultural economics. He is a business leader, as exemplified by the fact that he was our COO and then our CEO. And very uniquely, he is also a Florida citrus grower. He's owned groves for decades, and both orange and lemon. And not only that, he is on the board of directors for the citrus under protective screening, the innovative solution, if you will, that's come to the fresh fruit market. So that combination of experiences and knowledge has really, I think, enabled him to shine within our industry, and really importantly, to always put front and center what the interests and the welfare of the Florida citrus grower are. So
his strategic decisions and vision significantly influenced policies and practices that have fostered the growth and stability of the entire Florida citrus industry.
I feel like Bob Behr is perhaps a true statesman of the industry, that he's a grower and he understands the issues of the growers. He has worked his entire career to benefit the growers of the state.
Non-pretentious, just a really good person that it's easy for him to command the respect of others.
this is really, really well deserved for Bob, and so I'm extremely happy for him, and congratulations, Bob.
So for all the advice Bob has given everyone and his leadership in his many roles in the industry, we really do owe him a debt of gratitude, and he's very much deserving of this award and this being in the Citrus Hall of Fame.
Dr. Robert M. Behr is deserving not only for what he accomplished, but also the way in which he did it, with humble, quiet, informed leadership. Therefore, we are honored to inscribe his name into history as part of the Florida Citrus Hall of Fame.